A Middlesex County community is on edge tonight after federal immigration agents on Wednesday took dozens of warehouse workers into custody. The raid happened at the Savino del Bene shipping warehouse in the Avenel section of Woodbridge. Advocates say some of those taken had work permits or were still waiting for their immigration cases to be processed. It's the third immigration sweep in as many months at a Middlesex County warehouse. A spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security tells NJ Spotlight News the operation was part of a routine inspection at an authorized facility, adding it's part of DHS's ongoing efforts to, quote, ensure compliance with customs and immigration regulations, safeguard the integrity of the supply chain, and verify that warehouse operators are adhering to all applicable safe security requirements. During the inspection, officers encountered 46 illegal aliens working inside the facility, making up approximately 22% of the on-site workforce. All 46 illegal aliens will be held in DHS custody pending further immigration proceedings. For more on the raid and other recent ICE operations in New Jersey, we're joined by Viri Martinez with the New Jersey Alliance for Immigrant Justice. Viri, thanks for your time. As I understand it, you were on the ground yesterday in Woodbridge. Can you tell us what you saw and about how many folks you saw get arrested yesterday during that ICE operation?
So yesterday when community organizers got on the ground in Avenel outside of the warehouse, the state of chaos that existed was really alarming, right? There were over 50 ICE agents outside. They were dressed in police vests that had HSI under it in very small lettering. They had BB guns, they had military grade weapons and helmets, as you can see. And there were over 35 community members that were taken, but over 80% of the warehouse was empty because they also arrested folks that they couldn't really confirm their citizenship status. And this really goes to show immigration enforcement is here in New Jersey. It happened yesterday in Avenel. It's been happening in New Jersey. And we have a bill called the Immigrant Trust Act. It's been sitting in the legislature for years, and it hasn't moved at all. And this is a bill that would really slow down the immigration process, immigration arrests in the state of New Jersey, and protect our communities, protect our neighbors, right? From ICE collecting information about immigration status and then eventually funneling folks through the detention and deportation system.
Have you spoken with leadership, state legislative leadership, about that bill, and what are they saying about whether or not they'll post it?
That bill, as I said, has been sitting in the legislature for years. Our coalition at the New Jersey Alliance for Immigrant Justice, we have been fighting for this bill, and our community has been fighting for this bill for years. We actually went to Speaker Coughlin's office straight after the raid that happened at the warehouse. We went straight to his office to, again, sound the alarm of what's been happening. Every day, community members are calling the leadership's office. They've been calling, they've been sending letters. And so they know about this bill. And the fact that it has not moved at all, it has not been passed, is really a slap to the face and to our communities, right, who woke up yesterday to go to work.
We should mention, of course, Avenel Woodbridge, that's in Speaker Coughlin's district there in Middlesex County. What reasons were you and your team, were you and your association able to gather about why these folks specifically were being detained? And do we have any idea where they're being held, where they're being processed?
Immigration enforcement has been really active and really heightened in the state of New Jersey. Middlesex County Legislative District 19 is one of the most diverse districts in the state of New Jersey. And the fact that legislators from that district haven't been active on the bill that would really stop the expansion of so much enforcement in our communities. We got on the ground yesterday and again saw so many ICE agents Our organizers were talking to community members, talking to families who got alarming calls from their loved ones. And many of these folks, they got funneled into into these cars that have 10 to 15 seats, and then they were just disappeared. And so community organizers are still, in communications with family, trying to get a sense of where these folks are. And we have, some community members, we know that they'll be at Delaney Hall because New Jersey has 2 detention centers in the state of New Jersey. We have Delaney Hall, which opened earlier this year, and we have Elizabeth Detention Center.
Yeah.
So New Jersey is a place where New Jersey is a place where community members are actively being ripped apart from their communities and then being transferred to a detention center where they are hidden away from our community.
Let me ask you about one of those detention centers. Some commissioners from Middlesex County sent a letter to Secretary Noem, Department of Homeland Security Secretary, about the conditions there. What are you hearing from the community? Of course, Geo Group, which operates Delaney, denies allegations that conditions are inhumane, as the commissioners categorized them. What do you hear from the community, from family members who have loved ones who are being held there?
I first want to say that these corporations, these massive corporations that own detention centers like Delaney Hall, like Elizabeth Detention Center, they are huge. They are multi-billion-dollar prison companies. And what's happening in Delaney Hall is not singular to just Delaney Hall. We've been hearing concerns about people who are getting sick, who are being denied their medication. People have diabetes, have high blood pressure, and they're not getting the medical attention that they need. They're getting a pill, for example, that will sedate them, knock them out, and then by that point in time, they're obviously not complaining about any of their health concerns because they're not awake to really feel anything. Earlier this year, we saw a lot of issues about the actual infrastructure of the building. Mm-hmm. And so this building is unsafe. And the conditions inside are unsafe.
I want to get your response, Viri. Another community member, Roberto Vincenz Marquez from Atlantic Highlands, co-owner and chef at Emilio's Kitchen there, was detained, apprehended recently, October 19th. We do have a statement, though, from the Assistant Secretary at Homeland Security who said that Roberto entered the country illegally. An immigration judge issued final order of removal on July 19th, 2025, July 18th, 2025, and that work authorization, of which he did have legal work papers, doesn't give anyone legal status to remain in the U.S. What's your response to that, Viri?
We know that our community leaders, our workers, our business leaders, our neighbors are being swept up and profiled in this chaos that immigration enforcement is perpetuating and that the federal government has a huge hand in, right? That's why we fought for more funding for the Detention and Deportation Defense Initiative, right? And we know that this, we have good legislation that's sitting in the legislature where assembly members have refused to pass and have refused to move. The Immigrant Trust Act would codify the protections of our community members and expand these protections and reduce the number of arrests that exist, right? People are waking up every single day to go to work. Roberto woke up one day to go to work, to serve the community that comes into his restaurant. The workers yesterday went to work at the warehouse that they have been working in for days, weeks, years, and now they're funneled into the detention system.
We have to leave it there. Thank you. Viri Martinez is with the New Jersey Alliance for Immigrant Justice. Thank you so much for your time and your insight.
Thank you.